Hello students, this is the day 3 for basic foundation. In last session, we have understood concept of basic operators. What is precedence? What is associativity? If computer have to do some calculation, in which order they will perform the task. So we have seen unary operator and binary operator. So unary operator, we have seen the example like +5 unary operator. Plus a, that is pre-increment, that is a unary operator. So unary operator which work with a single operand, and binary operator which work with two operand. Operand means variable. So plus, minus, multiply, divide, modular. Okay, so we have done some of the operators. Today we'll go a little more in detail about the further data types, and then we'll come back to the operators. Let me share the screen here. So quickly, if you see the first example here, I'll hold on for a minute. Any doubt in basic example of hello world? Each and every line why you write is clear. So quick recap. When I say import java.lang.star means I am importing one folder. Why should I import that folder? Because this class is stored into this folder. Since you are using this class into your example, we need to import the definition of this class. Further, what are the method available in the print stream class is available in this folder. Then public class, my class. This is your entry point class because it has a method public static void main. And then system.out.print, which will print something on the console. Generally, if you are trying in the software which you have installed in the PC, the file name should be myclass.java. And if you are using online compiler, just few points which I realized that you need to know in the online compiler how it is working, because we are not saving the file name there. No, let me open the online compiler. It was open. Okay, let me open online compiler here. Online Java compiler. Why I came here to clarify few points. Just now, ma'am, you told us that if the class name is this, I have to save as myclass.java. Then how it is working in case of online compiler? Understand, online compiler also following some rule. They are writing public class, capital and main. Ma'am, is this main and this main is different? Yes, 100% different. This is my entry point method. This is the class name. Is Java case sensitive programming language? Yes, it is a case sensitive programming language. Ma'am, what will happen if I write this class name as something different? If you see here, since we are using online compiler, no, if I write my class, it may possible by default this online compiler is saving their class name as main. See, public class my class public should be declared in the file name this. Because what you normally do, you copy paste my code and execute the right. So you say, ma'am, aapka hi code nahi chal raha hai. We are using online compiler. Online compiler is using their own rule for storing the file. So they are, whatever you are typing, no, the file name, the .class file which is going to create is with the main only. So in the online compiler, what you have to keep in mind is let your public class name should be remain as it is, main. If you're copying my code and trying on the online compiler, you only copy from this area and put it so that you can avoid such error. Getting it? Okay. So I hope now if you see, if I run, now there is no error. And if you see, I have declared two variables, int A and B. This is hard-coded data, means I'm not taking input from the user. I have directly assigned the value and then I'm just dividing it. So what will happen? 5 divided by 2. So I'm getting the result 2.0. Got it? Okay. Today we have planned to go more in detail about the data types. So I hope this example example is comfortable to everyone. Let me take you further. Now I'm not taking input from the user. I'm just focusing concept on various data type. But if you want to take an input from the user, you know what method you have to use to accept a different data type. If it is int, next int. If it is float, next float. If it is double, next double. If it is string, only next. If it is byte, next byte. Correct? Okay. Right now I'm using or initializing the data in the method itself. So let's begin. How to declare float data type? If I say float x equal to 5. Ma'am, you are not storing 5 point something. You are writing 5. And 5 is an integer. Yes, you can say something like that. And that is the reason why this is we call something known as type promotion. Matlab, even though you are storing an integer, you are storing 5 is an integer, no? But you are putting into the container which is of a type float, right? So automatically it get promoted and you will get output 5.0. So that is why we call something known as type promotion. Ma'am, what will happen if I store value 5.2? So in that scenario, be little careful. Try to understand. If I store 5.7 into the handle float, understand hard-coded data without handle is read as double. First point. And second point, if you're storing float value in Java, C#, this programming language, you have to append with the letter F. We'll do it as a practical also. Observe F suffix represent float, otherwise it will be double. What do you understand by? Let me execute into the online compiler. Let me show you some errors, so which will give you a little more clarity. So here, if you observe, float x equal to 5.7. Ma'am, why are putting F? In C, we don't used to put up. Yes, you're right. 1 minute. So observe here. Observe the error message. Float x equal to 5.7. C. Illegal character. 1 second. Sorry, यहाँ पे illegal character आ गया. Now read the error. What is it? Incompatible type. Possible loss conversion from double to float. But ma'am, I have declared float. What I said, if you write hard-coded data, 5.7, correct? So this is, you put up directly, this will be read as double. And that is where getting the error. You may argue, ma'am, float x declared here hai. Yes, but compiler reading this data as a double occupy more space. How mota banda get fit into the smaller container? Not possible. Float ka size is lesser than the double, right? So compiler is giving you error. So what I have to put it? Suffix F to indicate that this is float. Got it? Okay. Ma'am, if I write 5.7 double equal to x, what will happen? 5.7 is read as double. Ma'am, true or false? This if is a condition. Within the if, you write some condition double equal to, whether this both value are same or not. What you are getting? This both value are not same. See, if condition false, so it will jump to else. I am assuming that you know basic if and else. So if condition true, this statement execute. If condition false, it will jump to else block. It will jump to else block. So currently it is jumping to else block because this condition is false. Getting it, everyone? So what we have understood, when you type hard-coded data as a decimal value, compiler will treat that data as a double. When you want to store a decimal value into float, suffix with the F. And this two values not same because 5.7 is read as double and X is read as float. Are you getting the point? And that is why it is jumping, this condition is getting false. So it is jumping to else block. Ma'am, I'm doing if and else first time. Okay, don't worry. If and else is something, within this you have to give some Boolean result, means true or false. Within if condition true, it will execute this statement. If condition false, it will jump to else. You cannot write else without the if partner. That is a rule. So coming back to this, I hope everyone has understood why f suffix, and second, why this both the value are not same. Some students say, ma'am, value I can see it is same. Internally, it is not same. The precision level of double and float is different. Precision level. Ma'am, what is precision level? Okay, let me take you to one step behind, where you can see in the list of data type where we have discussed, no? I have shown you one table. So precision level, यहाँ पे देखो, up to 7 decimal digit, up to 16 decimal. So precision level for double and float are different. Okay. So even it, when I write 5.7, it is little different in the, for the compiler. It is not 5.7000. Okay. So that is the reason why here, let me come back to this. This condition become false. And this is true for C programming, Java programming, C# programming, all programming language. And that is why we call this as a foundation, right? Okay. Let me take you further. What will now certain rule we need to understand, that is, let me take it into the next page. Calculation between same data type results into same data type. For example, int and int result will be int. Float and float result will be float. But if there is a calculation between different data type, resultant value will be of a higher data type. Matlab, int and float result will be float. Int and double result will be double. Double and float, the resultant value will be of a type higher side, double. Getting it? So here, let me show you. A holding value 5, B holding value 2. So by now you have understood this is called declaration. This is your assignment, and this is your operator divide. So int and int result will be int. But ma'am, 5 divided by 2, I should get 2.5, no? Do not forget the rule. Calculation between same data type result into same data type. And because of that, when I do 5 divided by 2, I will not get 2.5 but 2 only. You may argue, ma'am, that is because you have written int C. No, it's not because of that. It is a rule. Calculation between same data type results into same data type. So int and int result is int. So when you execute this code, what you will get the output? 2. So let me show you over here. In fact, slowly I want you to execute the code and observe. Though I'm doing it right now, but as we go ahead, I prefer you to do it. So when I run, you can see the output 2. Now, the second question comes up in your mind is, ma'am, in school, this is not correct. No, it should give you result 5.2.5. 5 divided by 2, 2.5. Now, the points comes up in your mind is, can I declare C as a float? Can I declare C as a float? Yes, but that will not change your rule. The rule is calculation between int and int result will be int. And if you try to store int into float, it is type promotion. So here also, your output will be 2.0. But it is wrong output. Yes, you're right. 5 divided by 2, you want result to be 2.5, but still you are getting 2.0 because int and int result will be int, and you are storing into float. That is just a type promotion. So let me execute and show you. Let me run it. And you can see the output 2.0. So this is what? Type promotion. Okay. Ma'am, I want finally a result to be 2.5. What should I do? So suggestion is make one of the variable as a float. So int and float result will be float. Are you getting it? So if I say B में वैल्यू क्या है 2, A में वैल्यू क्या है 5, 5 divided by 2. So A is integer, B is float, int and float result will be float, and now you will get correct result 2.5. Getting it, everyone? So that rule has to be there in your mind. Float and int result will be float. Int and int result will be int. Okay.